Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into the Financial Investor channel. My name is Brent, and today we're going to be going over Merrill. Merrill Edge has actually revamped their website, and they're rebranding themselves from Merrill Edge over to Merrill. Now, I've been making a whole lot of videos going over M1 Finance, but today I wanted to make a video going over Merrill and their updated sort of my portfolio currently, what is inside my portfolio, what has been the performance of this portfolio year to date when compared to the S&P 500. So that is what we're going to be going over in today's video. I had a couple comments from you know investors asking, hey, I remember you used to make videos on your IRA over on Merrill Edge. How has that been? You make a lot of videos over on M1. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Merrill platform and seeing all that it has as far as what's in the portfolio, how are the holdings doing, and how is it comparing currently to the S&P 500. So if you are brand new to the channel, have not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button below. If you do enjoy the video, find it helpful, hit a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, questions, go over anything in today's video, drop it in the comment section. I always appreciate all your guys' feedback, as well as if you do use Merrill, drop it in the comment section. I'd like to hear from you guys, and let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I still believe Merrill is probably Merrill Edge. Merrill is one of the best traditional brokers. Now, when it comes to brand new to the market, you don't have a whole lot of capital to begin investing. I think M1 Finance is still the best, but if you're looking for a traditional broker which offers reporting, research tools, and the whole works, Merrill Edge is my go-to one. And that is because you can qualify for basically free trades if you reach certain thresholds. But we'll cover that here in an updated video. We're here for the portfolio today. So what exactly is in the portfolio currently, which over on Merrill, they have this little sort of portfolio story. So if you click on your portfolio story, it actually gives you a lot of information here. So my portfolio over here on this platform has about $9,159. And I haven't really been adding a whole lot of equity to this side, so this is just it's kind of sitting and forgetting sort of style. So what's in this specific portfolio? Well, we can go ahead and select the box, and we can go ahead and go down, and it's going to give us a little bit of an asset allocation. So 99.97% of our cash is invested in equities. Very little is sitting in cash, 0.03%. I try and keep as much cash in the brokers. If it's invested, I want it invested in the market. And here we can see here that 97.25 is in large cap stocks, 2.38 is in small to mid cap, and 0.27 is in small mid cap growth, and 0.07 is in an equities blend. Very little in cash and nothing in fixed income from those bonds. Moving down, we're going to get actually into what specific stocks I own. So I own 4 sectors here inside the portfolio. Inside our information technology, I hold 2 stocks. I hold Apple, which is known for their phones, and I have Taytron Components. This is sort of an electronic wholesaler. So here we can see here that information technology kind of gives us a brief summary of it, and what percent of the S&P 500 would my portfolio be a part of? It would be 21.16%, I suppose. I'm not sure how this is kind of comparing it to, but as far as all the equity that's invested on this portfolio, most of my equity is sitting in 97.34% inside Apple. So when I did my recap of the total portfolio holdings in Apple, I had 25% sitting in Apple. Apple was a very large portion of my portfolio over here, and I bought it as a growth stock, very good long-term growth stock, but it also pays out a dividend. And let's see here, kind of moving away from the technology. If we move over to financials, I hold 2 financials. I hold the UNM Group. This is an asset insurance sort of company, asset management, and I hold Analytic Capital Management, and this was a real estate investment trust here. I've seen a lot of investors kind of mention this one in the comments, but this is one I've been kind of buying and holding for a while. Very small portion of the total market invested, only about 117,000. I'm sorry, $117 invested between those two securities. Over in energy, I'm only holding one. This is a brand new addition to the portfolio. I had $14 sitting in the account. I wanted to have that invested. I went out and used FinViz to research a couple stocks as to what stocks are currently trading below value of where I could probably get some equity. Very little equity. Basically, I bought this at $10.38. It's gone up to maybe, I believe I have a price of like 12.50, 12.60 right now. So it's gone up nicely, but it's not anything you're going to be making any sort of return from just because of the low amount of equity that's actually invested in this. And it's, okay, so I bought it at $10 and some change. It's now at $12.30. So I've only made a couple bucks on that one, but kind of an interesting one. So jumping out of energy, we're going to our last sector here, which is real estate. And I hold two real estate investment trusts, or REITs, and that is Apple Hospitality and Gladstone, ticker symbol APLE and LAND there. So only about $113 invested between these two real estate investment trusts. So not anything big there. So again, most of my equity is held primarily within the information technology, and that is mainly in Apple. Now, it actually comes down here towards the bottom, and we can actually see the details for the specific stock. So if I click on Apple, it's going to show us our security, how much of it is actually invested overall, our total portfolio, today's change, and the market value. Here we can see, everything else is very small in comparison to the size of this specific portfolio. So this one went up to 5.49% today. Taytron Components is down 2.68, but it's up like 80% in the portfolio. Gladstone here down 1.04. So just some minimal things here. Now another update here that I wanted to make in today's video is the performance, which can actually be done if you guys have the Merrill platform. If you check on your account, slide down here to get your portfolio briefing. If you select this function, you're going to be able to see your 3-month performance, your year-to-date performance, your monthly performance. So we want to check out the year-to-date performance for this specific portfolio, for the portfolio overall over here on Merrill. Now we go ahead and let it build. It's going to be building up a personalized video. What this video is going to display, it's going to display your current trend of your portfolio in comparison to the stock market. You're going to be able to pause it, and then it's actually going to show us here. So I'm going to go ahead and forward it just a little bit here. But whenever we see this little pause signal, it's going to display down on the bottom right hand side. We're going to be able to stop it and begin interacting with the screen. So we're going to be able to compare our portfolio to the actual different indexes here. So here, I'm going to go ahead and pause this. So since January 1st, 2019, our portfolio is up $1,795.76, or about a return of 24.39% for a current balance of $9,159.83. So pretty good return currently in this specific portfolio. So please note that investments income and so on. What did that say down there? Please note that investment income and interest and dividends may also include capital gains. So there it is right there. A lot of times some companies like such as REITs may pay out capital gains or return of capital to you. So here is where we can begin to interact with this specific one. So it gives us a little timer, and now we can begin to interact with it. So here it's showing our performance back on the very first day of the new year here. We just started trending up very slightly here. And we're up 24.18%. Now we can actually compare our portfolio to another benchmark. So if we wanted to compare it to the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, we have the MSCI World Index. But whenever we're talking about the return of the market, we're always talking about the S&P 500. So that's what we're going to be comparing our portfolio to for this specific video. So we're going to go ahead and select it and select. And we're going to go ahead and let it sit there for a second. I'm going to go ahead and double tap it. And okay, so here is our comparison. Currently, year to date, as of the 3rd of April 2019, the S&P 500 is up 15.22% year to date, and my portfolio is sitting at a return of 24.18%. So currently, this portfolio is beating the market returns, and I have this IRA, I have the Roth IRA, then my wife has her Roth IRA and her individual account, and then we all have our own work accounts and such. So this is actually doing really well. I invested in a single stock over here. Now, as we kind of continue here with the video, it's going to show our current asset allocation. So we've already kind of gone over this a little bit in our prior portions of how we're actually invested in equities. It's mainly just Apple with very little other stocks here being held. So here, this little chart right here. Now, jumping over here to the next portion, we're going to go ahead and see the dividends, I believe, is what comes up next. Oh no, it's going to show me some, my best performing company is Taytron Components. It's up some 80% in the portfolio. I bought it at 155. It's now about almost $3. So it's almost doubled essentially, but it's a very small amount of equity here, which, that's fine. That happens. So our estimated interest and dividend income you may receive between now and December 31st, 2019 is $108.18. Now, we've also already been paid out a certain amount of dividends here. I'm not sure if I actually displayed it, but it should have said here, year to date. Okay, so year to date, we've actually been paid about $31, I believe. So we're going to be paid out another $108.18 in addition to our current $31. So by the end of 2019, this specific portfolio is going to be paying out about $140 for the entire time frame. Plus, we have that capital appreciation, and it gives us our overall environmental, social, and governance score. So that is basically all I wanted to cover in today's video. Just what stocks do I currently hold over here on the Merrill platform? What am I invested in? This isn't an active portfolio where I'm constantly just kind of adding money in. There's very little positions here. You can see there's only, 7 positions here sitting in the portfolio, and it's mainly Apple. So that is basically it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, find it helpful, hit that thumbs up. If you guys have any questions going over anything in today's video, if you guys are using Merrill, let me know in the comment section. I think it's a great platform if you're looking for something that offers a little bit more than M1 Finance, Robinhood. It's not a Vanguard, it's not a Fidelity or Charles Schwab. This one has a whole lot of options here towards the top. We can go ahead, that doesn't show it there, but up here towards the top, we can go and take a look at different interest tools and calculators. We can get reports, we can take a look at US markets and news. If we look up a specific stock by its ticker symbol, we can get a whole lot more detail here. So if I look up Apple and select research on the specific one, it's going to pull up a whole lot of Apple information. It's also going to allow me to dive into some reports, read its chapter history. It's going to give me sort of a breakdown. Ratings and reports are going to be able to go down here and view the latest report by specific analyst, and it's going to provide a whole bunch of news and all sorts of information out there. So I thought, this is probably one of the better traditional brokers, and I kind of wanted to go over their new feature here called the portfolio briefing. So that is it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, I just noticed I had that whole thing up on the screen, but that is it. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.